Behind me is Maligne Lake. It's early in the morning, it's 7 o'clock about. Left Jasper at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Took our time coming here because there was a lot of wildlife on the side of the road. We saw a few elk, we saw a fox, bear, but this is a view we get and there's no one around, so I know we must sound like a broken record, but you want to beat the crowds, you have to be here early.
I can
Does it
give
even
a copy.
work? C'est beau par contre, la montagne, it's got a nice shape.
Because we have so many people getting out of their cars with wildlife, a lot of animals in the park have gotten a bit too comfortable with people, which is really unfortunate, because we're trying to, keep the wild in wildlife. Yeah, so I have heard stories from visitors who've seen people get chased down by them, and they're pretty fast. They can run about 50 kilometers an hour.
It's quite damaging.
Yeah, so, and they also do carry a lot of diseases too.
Because it's a beautiful day and I can't help myself. It is all about
Maligne Lake in Jasper National Park has a really great reputation, and on a beautiful day like today we can clearly see why. The water is very sparkly and clear, the mountains behind are amazing, and the guides are also very informative. Really appreciated the information they gave us. So we were hoping to do the Mary Schaefer Loop today, it's been closed, so we'll be going toward Bald Hills instead.
So interesting fact about Maligne Lake that we're looking at here, it doesn't have a river draining it out. It actually drains underground in So 13 years ago we were here in Guyana, and we took the same picture, which I'll probably show on the video.
See, this one's free. And it's just as fun!
One, two, three.
Get a picture of me?
Yeah.
You guys want a picture? Oh, someone else has a picture.
Let's go right next to it. Oh, there's another baby. If there's babies, I will not go 1 foot next to it.
It's a bear with its cub.
Cubs.
I don't see that one though. Oh, it's a grizzly.
It's a brown, not a brown, it's a light brown bear.
Okay, are you getting good pictures?
With a little baby.
Stop filming, take pictures.
Oh wow.
It's a beautiful bear. No. Shh. What are you doing? The little one. See, oh, the little ones are in the tree. Oh, they're so cute.
So before anyone gets frustrated that I was, I guess, too close to those bears, I had a 400mm lens on my camera, so I was still a good 300 feet away. So I think I was far enough, but some people were getting closer, which was a little idiotic.
Don't bend in the elbows. We're keeping our arms straight and we're using our core for our paddle stroke, okay? So right now the paddles are shortened, so it's easier to practice on the beach. So what we do is there's 3 steps. There's stretching out the paddle blade, stacking the hands, paddling straight through the water. All right? Yep. So what we're gonna do to get on is you're gonna put the paddle out across. Normally I'd put it in front if I was one person, but with 2 you put it at the back here and just bring your knees across, and then you're gonna get the second person to just sit down, okay? So we wanna make sure we've got enough water underneath that fin before we're putting our weight on it. So usually we wanna be about 5 meters away from shore, maybe 10 is better, because you can see the bottom, but it's kind of hard to tell how deep it really is. And if you do step off the board, you don't want to roll an angle or anything, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. And then rotate your paddle 180 so that the blade is the right way through the water.
Oh, okay.
We're at the Jasper Skytram. Unfortunately, it's closed. There was a malfunction somewhere, so we can't do it. But we can see Jasper down there, the city. Fantastic. Between Lake Louise, Banff, and Jasper, best prices for food and souvenirs. There's a definite Jasper. We thought we'd take a minute to talk about how planning too much and ahead of time isn't always the greatest thing, or at least we can't be in love with the plan we've made. So far on this trip, we've been unable to do 4 or 5 trails we wanted to do, either because the bears are dominating the trail, because the weather was awful with lightning. We have this activity that we wanted to do, the Jasper Skytram, which is a gondola that brings us up, way up. Would have loved to do it, but there are mechanical problems, so it's been shut down. So plan it a bit, but not too much. Be flexible and you'll enjoy your stay.